What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Jake Shavink here, and Packers fans, we got a third round pick that might actually break the streak, hopefully. And when we were getting into the back half of the third round, just sitting there thinking, okay, Packers are on the clock coming up. Kind of looked over to the big board really quick and was like, oh yeah, Packers often look at these middle rounds for offensive linemen, and just so happened I looked and was like, oh yeah, Rhyan is on the board here. I would love that if they just kind of just decided to go that direction and didn't see the pick before someone else did on the stream, and they said, yeah, it's him. And I was really excited. If you want to see that reaction, I put it in the link, the timestamp of that link down in the description if you want to check that out quick and come back to the video. Initial thoughts, I really like this selection. And really what it comes down to is it's the tackle guard versatility. The Packers love doing this, right? They love selecting tackles who may not stay at tackle, but they at least know that they can either try them out there or they move in and become a really good guard. And that's what really Rhyan is. I think you absolutely try this guy at tackle. He's played left tackle his entire career at UCLA. Obviously had some snaps at right tackle when he did some unbalanced line stuff under Chip Kelly. So has some experience there. I think he fires off the ball well with good initial quickness and some linear explosiveness. Plays with a lot of power. The run angles are a little bit dicey, but I do think he can get to his spot moving linearly if he wants to. It all comes down for me, though, to pass protection. He does a really, really good job in this area. When it comes to the initial punch, gaining good leverage, getting those hands in tight, he's a technician, really, with a ton of power in his upper and lower half. You talk about the film with, against Oregon, where he played against Kayvon Thibodeau, and he held his own completely and really almost dominated that matchup because a lot of these speed to power guys try to run through him and it doesn't work because he's got enough power on his upper half where he really doesn't get out of control. And the lower half, he can drop anchor and really not get pushed back in the pocket. So Kayvon Thibodeau struggled with him. Ali Gay and BJ Ojulari, two guys we'll talk about next year at LSU, both did not really get anything going against him on the edge. So that's where I think you try him out of tackle. Now, obviously, the arm length is a concern, right? And so you look at guys with that arm length, it's not always translated well to playing tackle in the NFL because obviously pass rushers, they are longer. Longer pass rushers are able to keep you away from their chest more. And so Ryan's at a disadvantage. But I do think with how technical he is, you try him out at that position because he's got experience running zone and running gap schemes to where the Packers can utilize him at tackle, especially in the run game. But again, when he's just taking on power, and really Bakhtiari does a lot of this, is survive the bull rush, and he does that. And so I think you try him out at right tackle. Worst case scenario, he's somebody who kicks inside, which would say, okay, now Jon Runyan becomes the depth piece, and maybe Royce Newman doesn't stick around. But depending on how you shift that offensive line, depending on what Elton Jenkins does, but I do think Rhyan can be a very, very, very good guard, no doubt about it, but has the upside to be a very good tackle. And this is a classic Packers selection, like I mentioned earlier, taking a tackle with that experience who could maybe kick inside. But obviously he's athletic as well. That's something the Packers like. And he's young. So he was a junior. He declared early. So I think the Packers got good value here at 92 in Rhyan, who can play multiple spots. And I'm excited for this player to be the player who breaks the streak of really tough third round selections in the NFL draft. So hope you guys enjoyed this little video on Rhyan. This is a little initial reaction. Going to do a full film breakdown on him along with the other Packers selections very soon here on the channel. So if you're not subscribed, take the opportunity. Do it now. Throw a like down there. And again, stay tuned for more because a lot more Packers film breakdowns from the draft picks and just more in general here on the channel. We're going to have plenty more to keep you guys in the football mood all summer long. So thank you guys very much for watching. I'll catch you in the next one. Farewell.